Good morning. Today's weekly tip focuses around the new world order in real estate with buyer agency contracts, no compensations in the MLS, and some things you can start to do with sharing compensation, but also keeping track of buyer agency contracts. And if you need to renew them, giving you reminders. And so my couple of tips today are focused around all of that. So let's dive in. I'm in BHHS Connect, so let's take the first scenario. I have Elliot Paul, just again, these are all contacts I use for my demos, basically. I have Elliot Paul, so let's assume Elliot is a new buyer I'm working with. I have a 6-month buyer agency contract. Again, the timing doesn't matter as for this purpose. You can set reminders or anything. So I'm going to recommend a practice for you to start to use a hashtag. So if you want to look at all your buyers that have, let's say you're working with a bunch of buyers, it's easy to find them all if you have them under a hashtag. So let's just start, and this hashtag can be anything you want it to be. I'm just saying back buyers. So if I were to search my database for back buyers, it'll show me everybody that has signed buyer agency contract, just a way to keep track in your CRM. So that's one. But more importantly, let's go to right at the top here, let's go to files. Now, our company's recommended practice is for the buyer agency contract to reside in DTR. Again, follow your local office guidelines about what the process is. But if you're someone like me and says, you know what, I want to also store it against the contact record of the client, you can simply drag and drop it here. Okay, so if I were to take a simple a different PDF. I'm going to find one here okay, so I'm just going to put this just for testing purposes. So you drop it there, and you'll see it just sort of gives you a check mark, and it's there now. So the one thing that you'll notice when you get here, if for some reason it says this is disabled, that basically means you've not connected your Foxroach email to BHHS Connect. It's something we recommend as one of your first steps you do. I'll show you right after I get out of the screen. So because it stores this file in your Google Drive, that's where it is. So if I click this View All Files, when I come here, there it is. See that? It sort of stores it in my Google Drive. Not inside a Connect, but it links to it from there. So that's the reason it needs the connection. So let me get out of the client record and show you this. Right up top here, you'll see an email icon. If for some reason, when you click this, you see my email here. If you see Gmail and Outlook icons, that means you've not connected it. It's very simple. It's a one and done thing. You click Gmail, go through the authentication and set up, and you never have to visit it again. So you can store the buyer agency contract. But most important in this workflow I want to teach you is adding a task. So let's assume today is August 19th, you're seeing this video, and I have a 6-month buyer agency agreement. So that would expire September, October, November, December, January, February 19th. So what if I want to get a task reminder a month before it expires? You know, unless the client's already gone to contract and closed, that doesn't matter. But let's say this person is still looking for a home. So I would say reminder to renew Elliot's back. Again, whatever you type here is really you. It'll come. I'll show you where it matters. So I'm going to go ahead to, in this case, I'm going to go to Jan 19th. Well, it's a Sunday, so I'm going to give it a Monday. Okay. And I'm going to give it 9 a.m. So it's like literally 30 days before it expires. And again, you can add some details, not necessary, add task. That's it. You've added it. It's there. It usually sits on the top here for all the tasks that are due. But now let me go back to the dashboard. Okay. And when you do this, you don't remember that anymore. You don't need to, because when you go under tasks, you'll start to see, if you log in on Jan 20th, you'll see it. But even leading up to it, you'll see upcoming tasks and due today. Again, I'm doing a lot of this test stuff, so you can see here. It says contact, reminder to extend the back. Upcoming, I have 2 here. It's showing me 1. Daniel, reminder to renew Daniel's back. So all of these things are showing, and what will happen, the best part about all this is you also get a daily email, if you recall, from BHHS Connect. And so this is my daily email from Thursday, 15th August, but fast forward, if this is a daily email from November 20th, it's going to say 1 task, and the task will list Elliot's renewal of the back. By the way, you can also set up reminders to have it send you emails of 10 people in your database to reach out to. Again, I set it to 10. You can customize this. So I want to share that with you, so it's important for you to know that this is an easy way to set it and forget it. Before I switch to sharing compensation, it's important for you to know that you can set the task and whatever I showed you here, except for the file upload, you could do that from the mobile app as well. And you can see the tasks in the mobile app, all of that, so you're fully aware. Okay, let's dive into compensation. I think you're all familiar that, if I were to go to foxroach.com, I can simply search the address, and this is a Karen Strid listing because I want to use it in a couple of places for you to see this. So if I were to click this, it would take me to this page, and if I click that tile, it will take me to the listing detail page. The only place compensation exists today is on the property pages on the company site, foxroach.com, and on your ACE agent website. Okay? Those are 2 places that exist today as a company for our company listings. So that's one. Another thing we announced that we were going to do was if you were to search, as an example, Villanova, Pennsylvania, in this case, the same place, same city where the listing is. This is search results. Very soon, probably early September, you will also see listings. You see here, our company listings are pushed to the top. Any of our listings that have comp will also appear on the search results. That project got delayed a tad bit, but just FYI, early FYI, it is going to be available sometime by early to mid-September. So it'll be showing here as well as the detail page. Okay. Now, if you're an agent that has a lot of listings, what is the best way to share with your listings that have compensation with other agents, whether they're showing your properties, etc.? I would encourage you to consider 2 options and pick the one that best suits you. So we talked about ACE agent websites. Some of you use it, some of you don't because you have third-party websites. I'll cover all of that. But if you use your ACE agent website, and that's your primary site, it doesn't have to be, as long as it's set up, like Karen's might not be, but it looks like she's done some customization. So in this case, if you go to your ACE agent website, almost all of them have a featured properties. So if you were to click that, these are all of Karen's featured, listings under her name or her team. So in this scenario, you could simply share this link. Hey, check compensation for all my listings. You can send that link, and you can probably include that in an email signature. Just a thought, right? See compensation for our team's listings or my listings or company's listings. So if it's company, send them to foxroach.com. If it is your team's listing, send them to something like this. And if I were to click on this, it takes me to the same place where we were from the consumer search directly. There's the compensation on the property. Okay. What if you don't use your ACE agent website because you've used a third-party provider and you built it somewhere else, you use something else, or you use it like a BHHS Connect site that doesn't have the compensation yet? So all of those things, let me give you an option that will work for everybody no matter what what website provider you're with. On foxroach.com, each of you have a web profile. So this is Chris Doherty, and I know for a fact that he has his own custom website. So in this scenario, this is Chris. So if I were to go down, all his active pending listings are here. So in Chris's case, if you use a third-party website, you could use this bio page as a place you can share, hey, look for compensation for all my listings. That's the link. Because when I click on one of his listings, 4 Bexley Court, it takes me there, and there's the broker compensation. If it's available, it shows. But what's an easy way when people are showing your listings? You can text them one link. That's the link I would do. you're welcome to text the property link, but sometimes it's good to send a link of all your properties depending on which one they're showing. You don't have to necessarily send multiple links for properties. So it's just probably a better way to handle that. This, or what I showed you with an ACE website, your featured properties right on your website, is also a very good option. Hope that helps. Have a great week, everybody.